Oh, Justin and Sam. Second week in a row. They've had really tight racing. Big slide job. I have no idea what Justin's crew chief Andrew Overstreet said to Justin.
You told me at the start of the day that you won't be in 29th for long. You were right. So now what's going to be the hardest part to hold these guys off?
I mean, the 54 they've both been really good, especially on the short run. So it's really starts with his shoes and just executing a good restart. And I think from there, it's really just Brandon doing his thing. You know, this is kind of setting up like we want it. We just got to focus on this restart first.
All right, the car has been awesome so far tonight. Just got to finish it off here with the final 30 laps.
So we've hit the shoes. Brandon Jones takes the high side. So did Chase Elliott. Taylor and Jesse take the bottom. Then it's Quapple and Brent, row 3. With all this fog or fireworks smoke here at Chicagoland, it looks like the 2013 Cup race at Chicagoland, and it looks like the Charlotte O'Reilly race from a few months ago. Or a month ago, actually. So we got Carson Quapple's Arby's on board, Life, Liberty, and cheesesteaks. America! As we are here at Chicagoland for NASCAR's return to Chicagoland. For the first time since 2019. Row 4 is Sam and Justin, the two that are not happy with each other. That might be a wreck, folks. And then row 5, rounding out the top 10, you got Parker and Corey. The Toyotas have been very fast that lead the race. Jones and Taylor. Chase Elliott's been great as well. Does anybody else have anything for the top 3? Pace car makes the hard left turn. 30 laps to go at Chicagoland. The bioethanol restart zone. We're back underway at this nighttime on the 4th at Chicagoland. And Taylor gets a nose out in front. Brett pulls out 3 wide on the apron. Into turn 1, they fan out. Chase Elliott 3 wide on the outside. 4 wide in the back, Cole Custer. Everybody hangs on off turn 2, side by side for the lead again between the Gibbs boys. Chase Elliott may take him 3 wide. He will take him 3 wide to the outside, but he has to back off. Taylor through the bumps, leads off turn 4. He clears Brandon Jones as Carson Quapple tries to get 4th on Jesse, but can't. 29 to go down the front stretch. Jones looks to the inside. Taylor blocks off the bottom. Chase Elliott runs the middle and 3rd. Elliott may get to the outside of the 20. He's got a big run off turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Elliott fakes going to the inside. Goes to the outside while the Gibbs boys run the bottom. Elliott runs the middle, a lane higher than the 20. Chase Elliott with a big run off turn 4. He peeks to the inside. Down to the apron he goes, trying to get under Jones, but he can't quite just yet. On board with Elliott as Jones runs up to the wall. Elliott underneath him. Elliott side by side. Not clear just yet off 2. Side by side for second in the turn 3. The 88 Stars and Stripes Chevy. The Menards 20. Jesse Love trying to get in the fight. Chase Elliott is clear of turn 4 to second, but Brandon Jones tries to cross over. Elliott blocks down the front stretch. Jones to the outside again. Side by side in turn 1, they squeeze. Elliott to the bottom. Jones up high. Still side by side. This is great racing on the restart. Look at Jesse staying with them. The defending O'Reilly champ. Trying to stay with as Elliott side draft Jones down the backstretch in the turn 3. Jones in the middle. Jesse runs high, trying to cut down the corner. Elliott on the bottom. Oh, it's so close up 4. They nearly crash. Down the front stretch. Still side by side for second as Taylor gets away. Chase Elliott takes second. A bump from Brandon Jones. Jesse to the inside for third. It's a three-car battle behind Taylor for second place. Jones gets a massive run off the top. Looking to the inside on Elliott in the three. So close, he's going to pack the air on the bumper. Elliott moves high. Jones to the inside for second again. Off turn 4. Jones to the apron. Elliott chases him down. Jesse staying with him. Taylor is pulling away in the turn 1 for second. Jones, Elliott, Jesse up high. Brandon Jones to second place again. Down the back straightaway in the turn 3. It's a Gibbs 1-2 again, but Taylor is gone. It's a second and a half, the gap between Taylor and Jones. After all the fighting for second place, what a great battle it was. But Brandon Jones has come out on top, and he is pulling away from Chase Elliott. Jones up by the wall. Elliott running in the middle. Jones diamonding the corner. Taylor running better. As we're on board with the 88, making contact with the 20 on that replay. Now Jones and Elliott run the bottom. Taylor gained by 0.3 that lap. It's 1.8, the gap between first and second. 23 laps to go. Back on board, Chase Elliott, who runs the middle. Jones runs high. Gap nearly 2 seconds between the Gibbs Toyotas. Now in the turn 3, Taylor runs the bottom. They all run the bottom. Brandon Jones driving away from Chase Elliott, trying to get to his teammate again. 22 to go now as they cross the front stretch here on this muggy night in Chicagoland. Down the back stretch in the Stars and Stripes, Operation 300. Toyota Camry, Taylor into the lead in 3 as we have a battle for 5th brewing. Austin Hill has come back into the top 5 almost. He's got a big run on Carson Quapple. We ride on board with the Arby's Eagle. Hill to the outside, crosses underneath down the front stretch. Side by side, the 1 for 5th. Hill to the inside. He clears Quapple, but Quassel will try and cross him over as Hill slides nearly into the wall of that slide job. Carson Quapple back to 5th. Austin Hill dives in deep in the turn 3. Back on board with the 9. Hill, Quapple wrap the bottom. Hill squirrely in 3 and 4, but he hangs onto the car as Carson Quapple inches his nose down the front stretch. 20 laps to go. Austin Hill dives in deep in the turn 1. Oh, he might get to the bumper. Quapple a little sideways. Hill gets to the inside of him. Battle for 5th down the backstretch is on. Hill gets a side trap, pulls away, and clears Carson Quapple into 3. Quapple getting a little sideways there. Hill sliding up the track off 4. Quapple into the draft now of Hill. Down the front straightaway. In the turn 1, Hill will run the top as well as Quapple and Brent. Just into the bottom, trying to get 2 for 1. He's clear of Brent. Can he get in between the 19 and the 9? No, he can't. Brent pulls him back down the backstretch. Almost clear. Still side by side, the 3 between the 7 and the 19. That's for 7th place. Justin didn't get a great exit on 4. Brent did. He takes 7th back. Carson Quapple said he's a bit free. He's fighting for his life in there. Brent dives to the inside in the turn 1, trying to pull a slide job on Quapple. Sliding up the track. Brent takes 6th. Quapple back to the inside. Side by side in the 3. Quapple clear, but he's still loose. Justin up by the wall. Brent rolling on the outside again. Side by side down the front stretch for 7th. Into turn one, Brent nearly hit the wall. He runs up high. Quapple on the bottom. Slide job again. Still side by side off of turn two between these two. And now Brent clears Quapple. And now for ninth, Parker has gotten around Cole Custer. Custer dives to the inside on Parker. Quapple back to the inside on Brent. Justin up by the wall. Parker in the middle. Caution's out. We got a spinner. It's Ryan Sieg off turn two. He has spun on his old tires. And the right front is going down. Oh, it blew up big. Whoa, it blew up big. And the whole right front is torn off the 39 car. Ryan Sieg's competitive day is over.
Yeah, it left. Remember, he was on the alternate strategy there. Yeah. Didn't take tires, but everyone else did. Roughly 40 to go.
Wow, it blew the tear off almost off the front windshield of Ryan Sieg's car when the right front blew. And that's going to dimmer his even bleaker chase hopes, as he was 69 points behind 12th place Brent in the chase standings as they run, but this isn't going to help matters also. What happened to Ryan here? He's already sideways as he comes in the frame here in the turn two. He spins around. Yeah, he's locking up the right front, trying not to spin. He saves it. But when did the yellow come out as Ryan? It looked like he hit the apron and just lost it. And then going into turn three, we saw this live. The right front explodes.
Once it comes apart, it just you got to tear off the car. You got to tear off, being pulled away, tire exploding, debris flying everywhere. Free pass here goes to William Sawalich. He had lost a lap in that exchange when he had the spin from sixth.
Well,
he scored 30.
For Ryan Sieg's tear-off man on his crew, that's the easiest pit stop he'll have all night, maybe all season. Oh, they didn't even take it off. What? They didn't even take it off. It's the tear-off is still right there in front of where Ryan can see. I mean, they've gotten the right front fender off the car. And he's all right. He'll stay in the race, but he won't be a factor in things anymore unless he crashes again, which you never know. But Taylor had a 1.5 second lead. Brandon Jones had clawed it down a little bit, and now he's going to have to hold off Jones and Elliott again here if he wants this win. William Sawalich, who got spun by Brent earlier, a few laps before we started recording, gets his lap back after he lost a lap after spinning down the back stretch after contact with his teammate. And we'll see how far Sawalich can go through the field.
We talked about this earlier in the season, but it's crazy to think that we're into week 20 and still haven't seen an overtime finish in the Rally Series. The last time was last October in Martinsville, where Taylor Gray got his first career win. So certainly something that Gray is possibly set up to do again. How abnormal is it, though? Well, since 2021, we've averaged 12 overtimes per season, and still a long way to go, though, for the record without an overtime. That was set in 2020 when we had a 26 stretch without extra laps added. But maybe that's a different story tonight, yeah. Let's talk about Chase Elliott in that third position before we see the choose. He just came on the radio and said, look, guys, this is the best I've been balance-wise all night. Obviously, we don't have control of the race, but I feel confident about the car on the research, so we'll get it. And Chase is just loving these cars in general. After practice, he told the team, I think I'm going to ask to run more races. I'm going to reach out to Mr. H and say I want to do more of these. Loves these cars, loves how they race, and you have to think that if he got this win, that would solidify how much he's enjoying running in this series.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. The Cup guys love the O'Reilly cars a lot. They are very fun to drive. They are very fun to watch. So is the next gen, but maybe we should have a car swap and make the O'Reilly car the Cup car and the Cup car the O'Reilly car. Or maybe just scrap the next gen in general once it's run as the current Cup car ends. I don't know. Just a thought.
Jason Ratcliffe is the crew chief for Taylor Gray, the race leader. Danny, what lane do you want here on this restart? I think we want the top. I mean, I think those guys regret giving him the bottom last time, but I feel like the 20 maybe spun him a little bit. I think especially with laps on tires, I think the top's what
Cheers, Cone.
Taylor's done a great job all night. I think right now he's pretty motivated, so I don't think it matters which lane you do. He's going to fight pretty hard for it. Are you surprised at how good this car has been, or the progress you made as early in the race as you did? Yeah, I mean, we were good in practice today, so I felt like we would be good, in the daytime. I wasn't real sure what we'd have at night, but obviously it's good at night as well. So, again, he's done a great job all day. It's been a lot of fun to watch. And a great car for sure, just trying to complete this.
So, Taylor took the top, Jones on the bottom, then Chase Elliott and Jesse row 2. Chase on the top, Jesse on the bottom. Here's Taylor on the last lap getting hip checked out of the lead by Austin Hill. And Austin Hill slides his way to a San Diego win in honor of Kyle Busch. And then last week at Sonoma, Taylor in the top 5 runs out of fuel on the last lap within sight of the checkers. Has to be pushed across the line by Brandon Jones. And now here at Chicagoland, as we come to green with this 11-lap shootout for the win, Taylor has a valiant effort. He has a great chance at winning this race. He and Brandon Jones have been the best O'Reilly regulars on mile-and-a-half tracks this season. He got a win at Kansas earlier this year. Can he get a win now at Chicagoland? On board Chase Elliott to the restart zone. 11 laps to settle it here at midnight at Chicagoland. We're back underway, and they're banging tires between the Gibbs boys, and they fan out 3 and 4 wide. They're 4 wide for the lead in turn 1. Jesse Love takes the lead, but here's Chase Elliott on the outside. Look at Brent Cruz 3 wide. They have absolutely swarmed the 20 and the 54. Taylor Gray's down to 9th. Elliott, Jesse, side by side. Brandon Jones right there as well. 3-car battle for the lead on 4. 10 laps to go at Chicagoland. Chase Elliott in the lead. Jones, Jesse fight for second. Side draft into turn 1. Jones running right by the door. Jesse sliding up the track. Jesse sliding a bit. Brandon Jones on the binders. He takes second spot. Down the back straightaway, battle for 4th is on between Austin Hill, Brent, Taylor, and Justin. It's a madhouse for 4th, but the top 3 are single file with 9 laps to go. Justin nearly hit the wall. Connor nearly wrecked down the front stretch. He's been a wrecking ball all night. That time he hanged on to it. But the battle for 4th is still raging on to the turn 1. Carson Quapple's in on the fight. Off of turn 2. Here's what happened to Connor. He slides up in front of Nick. Nick punts him because he has nowhere to go. Big save from Connor. Nearly took out Parker and Nick, but he hanged on to it. And now back to the front. Chase Elliott leading. Brandon Jones staying with him. Jesse starting to fall back into the clutches of his teammate, Austin Hill, who runs 4th now. Brandon runs up by the wall. Elliott in the middle. Jones, man, the better run. They might be even down the back. Turn 3. They both run the bottom. On board with Elliott. Off of 4, Jones gets a little sideways. Hanging it all out there. It's all out there for the win between Elliott and Jones. They both run up high. Jones up by the wall. Elliott drops a lane lower. Down the back straightaway. They look even. Down the back. Now in the 3, Elliott runs the bottom. Brandon Jones up in the middle. Brandon Jones with a big run. Here he comes off turn 4. Brandon Jones getting closer to the bumper of Chase Elliott. 6 to go at the line. Jones looks a lane lower. He's going to pull out in 1. Right by Elliott. Elliott slides up. He hangs onto the car. Ripping the fence is Chase Elliott. And he keeps the lead down the backstretch. Oh, big crash! Patrick Staropoli around. Kyle Sieg spins in turn 2. Caution is out. And I think this might set up our first overtime finish of 2026. Left front damage for Kyle Sieg. Patrick Staropoli, not sure if there's any damage on his car. It looks not that bad of damage for Sieg. Staropoli doesn't have any damage, it looks like.
Looking out the window, the back of this pack was 3 and 4 wide for about 3 or 4 laps after that restart.
And this is going to most likely set up overtime. What happened here? Staropoli packing it on the door of Kyle Sieg in the turn 1, and Sieg slides up and takes him out. Oh, and he clips Brennan Poole and LeVar. Poole goes sliding. Leland Honeyman goes sliding. Myatt Snyder does a great job getting by, as well as Anthony Alfredo. As here's a farther outlook of the contact between the 28 and the 48. Brennan Poole goes sideways. Tokyo drift. What a save, Brennan Poole! Holy crap! That was awesome! Brennan Poole showing off his drifting skills, and he makes an incredible save in turn 2. Wow! As we ride on board with Anthony Alfredo with a great view of the wreck. He did a great job getting by as well. And on board with Alfredo now as he's thanking his lucky stars on that one. Myatt Snyder did a great job getting through that one as well.
That move to clean the top off and then rip it through 1 and 2 was pretty impressive. Yeah, man. Jason's done a great job all night. He's been on the wheel. Pleasure for us to have him drive our car. The Hendrick.com Chevy's been, it's been great all night, man. Just hope we can finish it off here. Yeah, the 20 was making a charge there. What do you guys need to do to hold him off? Yeah, just got to dirty the air up for him and hopefully hold him off. All right, the 88 going for their 3rd win on a 1.5 miles this year. Yeah, it's really incredible when you think about what Junior Motorsports has done, winning 3 of the 4.5 mile races. But in particular, this
on board Chase Elliott looking in the mirror.
At Las Vegas and Texas, and now the door is open for Chase Elliott to deliver again for Marty Lindley and the team.
Thinking.
I tell you what, I love what we saw in the last caution. The fact that Chase was up there cleaning the track off. You mentioned a Parker, he's picking up the rubber there to try to make some grip, gets to the straightaway, cleans his tires up. It wasn't the fact that he did that. It was the fact that he executed it on the restart. Hawks didn't go down here. He convinced
4 wide for the lead in the turn 1. Holy cow. Oh, Taylor got put in a bad spot right next to Jones, and Austin Hill rolls by him. That's what happened to Taylor. And Chase Elliott flew around the outside, cleaned up the top. It worked out. And he takes the lead away from Jesse Love. What a restart from Chase Elliott.
Zone, getting a little bit of momentum, and he hopes they do make it 3 wide on the inside because that puts him in even a better place. Confirming this will be
there it is.
Overtime finish.
Overtime 2026. It has finally happened. It took until July 4th for it to happen. But we need overtime. Well, this is a great way to welcome Chicagoland back. Unlimited attempts, 2-lap shootout in overtime. White flag. If it's taken, the next flag ends it. and a caution prior to the white causes the restart. But you all know that. Everyone knows that if you're a NASCAR fan, or has been a NASCAR fan for at least a year, as Anthony Alfredo is getting worked on in the pits. They're under the hood on his hoopsicle machine. And that car might need the shark card after this one is over. So it looks like we're going to go one lap over the scheduled distance as we take the choose cone. Elliott to the high side, Jones bottom, Jesse to the outside, Hill to the bottom, Brent to the outside, Taylor to the bottom, Justin outside, Sam to the bottom, and then Custer on the outside, Quapple to the bottom. That's your top 10 for this overtime restart here at Chicagoland.
Seeing if you'll get a push from the car behind you or if they're going to try and pop to your outside or the inside for these front row of Chase Elliott, Brandon Jones. You got to play offense and defense all at the same time through the restart zone and down into turn one. I'm kind of nervous right now. Well, I asked about what we're going to see here.
Chase Elliott, first O'Reilly race of the year, trying to get the win. Brandon Jones trying to get his first win of the season. He is a mile-and-a-half king. Last win coming at Kansas. He has revitalized his career ever since returning to Joe Gibbs. And Chase Elliott doesn't run many of these races often, but man, he does well when he runs them. And this is the reason why this performance tonight is one of the many reasons why he's a Cup champion. But can he hold off these O'Reilly regulars here tonight in the return of Chicagoland? Overtime, green flag at Chicagoland. It's all to play for, and Austin Hill didn't get a great start. They're even in the front row. Elliott Jones side by side in turn one for the lead. Brandon Jones a nose out in front in 1 and 2. Slotting up, trying to clear Elliott, but he can't. Side by side down the backstretch for the lead. Turn 3, Jones side drafts, gets it back, nose out in front of the 3. Elliott in the middle, Jones on the bottom. Brandon Jones takes the lead off turn 4, and the white flag is out. Jones versus Elliott. It's on in Chicagoland one more time around. Jones runs the high side, Elliott up by the wall. Chase Elliott trying to claw his way back to the 20. He's going to have a great run, but he might have hit the wall. He may have caught the wall. That's not going to matter, though. He's still in the hunt. Elliott dives in deep on the bottom. Jones in the middle. Side by side for the lead. Turn 4. Brandon Jones clears him. Brandon Jones is going to win in the return of Chicagoland. Brandon Jones just outdueled a Cup Series and an O'Reilly Series champion in a green-white checker. Oh my goodness. Wow, Brandon Jones. What a drive from him today. That car was on rails the entire night, and he'll burn it down, as he should. Oh, he ripped up the left rear. Brandon Jones parks it on the start-finish line, on the America 250 start-finish line, Chicagoland. Window net is down. Steering wheel's on the dash. Gloves are off. Helmet hose coming off. The helmet will eventually be knocked off the head of Brandon Jones. Or maybe not. He's just going to climb out with the helmet on. Brandon Jones climbing out. He's won at Chicagoland. He outdueled Chase Elliott to get it. A hard-earned win for the Menards man, Brandon Jones. And his experience at the Chicagoland test back in April, a day before Earth Day, is the main reason why he has won tonight. And he does the bow in honor of Kyle Busch.
And Brandon Jones will celebrate with crew members out here on the start-finish line. You can see the excitement. Brandon Jones getting his first win of 2026. He has been talking about this race for the last few weeks, liking it to Kansas where he's had success. Brandon, wow, you muscled through that last restart, held off Chase Elliott. How did you do it?
I had to earn that one. Haven't had an exciting one like that in a long time. Thank you guys for sticking this out through the rain and everything. MD Building Supply, Menards. I'm so glad to get them back in victory lane. It's been an up and down year. We've had some success early on. We've been in a little bit of rut the last couple of weeks. So it's just nice to do it like we did today. I mean, we had to earn that one.
What does it mean not only to win at Chicagoland, coming back here for the first time in 7 years, but also to hold up a Cup Series champion to do it?
I think it says a lot about just how resilient we are and how hard we're working at this. Chase made it really difficult on me. He's one of the best in the sport, right? And so I knew he was going to be difficult. We were all on old tires. That was a blast to slide around and duel it out like that. I knew we had probably made the right adjustments at the end there. It was, you could tell people were starting to get a little bit tighter tonight with the temperature falling down and where the track was migrating. So awesome racetrack. You guys know I love these style of tracks. They fit me so well. So let's go on a roll and let's get a couple more here before the chase starts.
Congrats and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Brandon Jones, a winner here at Chicagoland on July
Wow.
4th. Dylan.
Brandon Jones.
Went 78 laps, but has to settle for second. That last
Here's
restart,
Chase.
you and Jesse, there was some separation between the two of you. Was that how you wanted it to go?
Not really, but I don't think that was the why we lost by any means. I mean, I know that he was planning on giving me a good push, and it was really at that point, I think, just about managing the old tires and just trying to get a good launch more so than it was about a shove. But yeah, ended up kind of having momentum going the wrong way into turn 3, and I tried to drive in really hard and got myself super tight. So yeah. Super bummed about that, honestly. It was, kind of an up and down night. Thought we got our intercar Chevy a lot better throughout the night, and Marty and everybody on the 88 team did a great job of just kind of hanging in there and continuing to get better. So credit to Brandon, he did a good job. He had a good restart. Stayed side by side through 1 and 2, and he had momentum going the right way to turn 3, and I got myself in a bad spot and paid the price.
Thanks, Chase. How about this? The last 6 restarts.
Brandon Jones outdueled Chase Elliott, a Cup champion, for the win here tonight at Chicagoland. He earned that one. That's probably going to be the best O'Reilly victory he'll ever have in his career. I'm not sure it's going to top that one. A huge win for Brandon Jones, a huge momentum builder as he heads to his hometown track next week in Atlanta. That's all from a long night in Chicagoland. The rain goes away. Hopefully it's gone for tomorrow. And what a race we had under the lights tonight. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. RV out. Peace.